So the most common mistake I see with the lat pull down is when people get to the bottom of the movement. Here, they end up trying to get it further down by pushing the arms down. That has got to be the most common. I see it everywhere. So that's then, it's just not part of the movement at all. So we're just coming down as far as we can pull the elbows. Where you can't pull the elbows anymore, we stop. Second mistake, which is probably joint first really, is ego lifting, and that's just putting far too much weight on, trying to show off, and people end up basically leaning back and then yanking, so they're using the momentum to get the weight down, which you can't lift that weight, so just drop the weight and control it. So what the movement should look like, at the start of the movement, we want to allow the shoulders to raise up. That's getting a full stretch on the lat, okay? So then what we're doing then is pulling the shoulder blades down as we're pulling the elbows, stopping where the elbows won't go any further. Nice squeeze, slow on the way up, getting that stretch back in and back down again. Top tip for any back exercise is, because we don't want to be using the forearms or the hands because that then brings in the biceps, what we want to be trying to think of is pulling the elbow. So to connect with the back a bit more and using that elbow is to try and think of pulling with these two fingers. Also, don't grip the bar with the thumb. You can allow the thumb to come this side of the bar. And then, as I say, think about pulling with those two fingers like that, but you want the fingers wrapped around the bar just for a bit of extra safety. You also want to make sure that the knee pads are directly on the knee, just to stop your bum coming off, because that's going to take a little bit out of the movement, and then it allows you to also then use your body weight to pull the weight down. So you want your bum completely stuck to that seat. If they're slightly too high and you can't adjust it any further, then just go on your tiptoes to make sure that that pressure's under the knees, and then it'll keep your bum planted. And the final tip is we want to stack the joints. So that means that we want the wrist directly above the elbow during the exercise. So we can go slightly further out, which is absolutely fine, but if you bring in your hand in a bit, it's going to use more bicep, which we don't want during a back exercise.